Different sports leagues are looking to tighten rules around prop bets. There has been a string of athletes caught up in a lot of these allegations lately with these types of bets. They make money based on how well or poorly a player does in a specific game. NewsNation's Ryan Bass joining us with more details on this morning. Ryan, why don't sportsbooks just ban this kind of betting? Is that even on the table?
Yeah, Marni, you can understand why these sports leagues would want prop bets banned given some of the scandals that have been going on, but there's just so much money invested in this. That is the problem. Prop bets are so much of the revenue that these sports books bring in because they are so popular. And just to remind you, if you're unfamiliar with what a prop bet is, it's not betting on a win or a loss. It's basically betting on a specific outcome or a team outcome. Like examples are point totals or a pitcher hitting a mark. And Americans are betting big on them. About 30% of all wagers, $45 billion roughly, go to prop-style bets and parlays. That is a massive slice of the action. And we've seen a steady uptick of betting scandals across the sports. We've talked a lot about the NBA scandal. Well, most recently in baseball, Cleveland Guardians pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz were charged in a federal scheme accused of rigging individual pitches for bettors. Clase now faces the possibility of decades in prison and a lifetime MLB ban. Still, there's a reason that we're hearing a lot more about these cases and players being caught. It's because monitoring has become much more intense here as of late. Matthew Barkovich, he's a professor at the American University, and he managed sportsbook operations for DraftKings at the Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. He told me that legal regulated betting activity actually gives leagues a leg up to make sure they can be more intentional in monitoring the integrity of their leagues.
When you have legal, structured, integrity-based systems watching the game as opposed to offshore books or things that fly under the radar or illegality betting, you don't have the enforcement of keeping the game at a high level and a high integrity structure.
Matt says prop bets aren't going anywhere because, number one, they lead to more fan engagement, which obviously leads to more money in advertising. And also, it's just become so popular around the betting space. He says and believes that teams should be more aggressive in implementing policies that have harsher penalties for players or teams that do get involved in this and create these kind of scandals, Marni.
So probably not going anywhere. So ways to mitigate it, Ryan. What are some of the major leagues doing to try to at least limit prop betting?
Yeah, listen, we know that a lot of these leagues have partnerships with these sports books going on, which leads to a lot of money. So they're trying to partner with them to limit some of the more risky ones. For example, Major League Baseball has worked with sports books to put a stop on these pitch-specific prop bets that are $200 and then under. They're also, in terms of the NFL, they're limiting some of the quarterback-specific, like if the first pass is going to be a completion or an incompletion. So they're working to try and eliminate some of the riskier bets. But Marni, you hit the nail on the head. It's here to stay. And so these sports leagues have to adapt to make sure they have harsher penalties because sports betting is only going to continue to get bigger.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.